My love is in a wheelchair, but she moves my heart every day. The rain-slick streets of Brooklyn gleamed under the sodium glow of street lamps, a relentless downpour drumming against the awning like impatient fingers on a desk. Alex Harper slammed her apartment door shut behind her, the echo swallowed by the storm's roar. At 32, she was a force in the newsroom, sharp-eyed, sharper-tongued, chasing scandals that bled ink across the front pages of the Daily Herald. But tonight, her leather satchel heavy with unanswered questions, she felt like just another shadow in the city's underbelly. She kicked off her boots, the wet thud against the hardwood floor pulling a weary sigh from her chest. The air smelled of cold coffee and yesterday's takeout, a bachelor's lament in her cramped one-bedroom. Alex flicked on the lamp, its warm halo chasing shadows from the walls lined with framed bylines, exposés on corrupt councilmen, profiles of unsung heroes. Heroes. The word stuck like gravel in her throat as she poured a glass of bourbon, the amber liquid glugging softly, burning a path down her raw throat. Her phone buzzed on the counter, a lifeline in the quiet. Jamie's name lit the screen and Alex's pulse quickened, a flutter she couldn't blame on the whiskey. "Hey, storm chaser," Jamie's voice crackled through, warm as sun-baked asphalt, laced with that easy Brooklyn lilt. "You home yet? Or still out slaying dragons?" Alex leaned against the fridge, closing her eyes. God, that voice, husky from late-night sketching, edged with laughter that could uncoil the tightest knots in her gut. "Dragons are safe tonight. Just me versus the crosstown bus." A pause, the rain tapping Morse code on the window. "Miss you already. How's the masterpiece coming?" Jamie chuckled, low and throaty, the sound wrapping around Alex like a favorite scarf. "Stuck on the horizon line. But thinking of you helps. Come over tomorrow? I've got Thai and terrible rom-coms queued up." "Deal." Alex's smile tugged despite the exhaustion. Jamie Ellis, 30, graphic designer extraordinaire. The woman who'd crashed into her life 6 months ago at a coffee shop protest. Picket signs and spilled lattes turning into stolen glances over clipboards. Jamie with her auburn waves that caught fire in the light, her quick sketches that captured souls in charcoal strokes. And the wheelchair's sleek black carbon fiber, an extension of her unyielding spirit, scarred from a hit-and-run 2 years back that stole her legs but not her fire. Alex had fallen hard, fast, the kind of love that hit like a deadline at dawn. But doubts whispered in the quiet hours. Was she enough? Could she navigate the stairs, the unspoken pity, the way the world narrowed paths for wheels? She drained her glass, the ice clinking like distant thunder. "Sleep tight, love. Dream of us." The line went dead, but the warmth lingered. Alex crossed to the window, pressing her palm to the cool glass, watching rivulets race down like tears she wouldn't shed. Outside, a siren wailed, cutting through the night. A reminder that in this city of a million stories, theirs was just beginning. Or unraveling. Morning broke gray and grudging, the sun a reluctant witness peeking through bruised clouds. Alex woke to the scent of fresh bagels wafting from the corner deli, her alarm an insistent buzz that dragged her from dreams of Jamie's laugh echoing in empty galleries. She dressed in jeans and a faded band to Nirvana, a relic from her angsty 20s, tugging on her leather jacket like armor. The subway rattled her bones, bodies pressed close in the humid car, a symphony of coughs and rustling newspapers. Emerging in Williamsburg, the air hummed with hipster energy. Tattooed baristas slinging pour-overs, murals splashed across brick like Jamie's digital canvases. Alex's boots splashed through shallow puddles as she navigated the uneven sidewalk, cursing under her breath at a cracked curb that could trip a giant. Her heart clenched. How many times had Jamie cursed the same? Wheels snagging on lips of concrete the city forgot to smooth. Jamie's brownstone loomed ahead, ivy-cloaked and defiant, ramps retrofitted with quiet determination. Alex buzzed up, the door clicking open like an invitation to chaos. "Up here, you caffeine fiend," Jamie called, her voice bouncing down the stairwell. Alex took the steps 2 at a time, emerging into the loft bathed in north-facing light. Jamie wheeled from the kitchenette, apron dusted with flour, a half-eaten bagel in hand. Her green eyes sparkled, freckles dancing across her nose like confetti. "Busted." I started without you. You monster. Alex dropped her bag, crossing the room in 3 strides to pull Jamie into a kiss. Soft at first, then deepening, hands tangling in auburn strands, the taste of cream cheese and coffee mingling sweet. Jamie's arms looped around her neck, strong and sure, pulling her closer until the world narrowed to the press of bodies, the faint whir of wheels on hardwood. They broke apart, foreheads touching, breaths mingling in the charged air. God, I needed that, Alex murmured, her fingers tracing the curve of Jamie's jaw. Jamie grinned, wicked and warm. Good. Because I've got news. She wheeled back, gesturing to her drafting table. A sleek slab cluttered with tablets, pencils, and a glowing screen. Client bit. Big one. Ad campaign for that queer-owned bookstore chain. Pays enough to fix the ramp elevator. Finally. Alex's chest swelled, pride sharp as a byline. Jamie, that's huge. Champagne tonight. Only if you promise not to cry during the toast. Jamie's tease softened into something vulnerable, her hand finding Alex's, thumb stroking knuckles. It's because of you, you know. Pushing me to pitch wilder. Alex shook her head, swallowing the lump. Nah. That's all you, wheels and all. But inside the doubt flickered. A spark in dry grass. How long before the grind wore them thin? Before Alex's late nights left Jamie sketching alone? They spent the morning tangled on the couch, Netflix flickering forgotten rom-coms, laughter punctuating the dialogue. Jamie's head on Alex's lap, fingers idly sketching hearts on her thigh. The wheelchair parked nearby like a silent sentinel, chrome glinting in the sun shafts. Outside the city pulsed, horns blaring, vendors hawking falafel, but here time stretched lazy, intimate. By noon hunger drove them out. Alex pushed Jamie's chair down the ramp, the mechanism humming softly, a ritual they'd honed to seamless grace. The streets teemed with weekend crowds. Families with strollers, couples hand in hand, artists hawking prints under umbrellas. A few heads turned, curious glances at the chair, the way Alex's hand rested possessive on Jamie's shoulder. Alex met their eyes with a glare that dared judgment, her free hand slipping into Jamie's, squeezing. The tie spot was a hole-in-the-wall haven, scents of lemongrass and chili assaulting the senses. They squeezed into a corner booth, knees brushing under the Formica table. Patsy W. arrived steaming, noodles slick and savory, chopsticks clacking in rhythm. Jamie slurped dramatically, sauce dotting her chin, drawing Alex's laugh belly-deep, freeing. Tell me about the accident, Alex said suddenly, the words slipping out unbidden, fork pausing midair. She'd skirted it before, tiptoeing around the scar tissue of Jamie's past. Jamie's chopstick stilled, eyes dropping to her plate. The restaurant noise faded, the sizzle of woks, chatter of neighbors, leaving only the soft clink of ice in her water glass. Why now? Alex reached across, covering Jamie's hand. Because I love you. All of you. But I hate not knowing the shadows you carry. A beat heavy as the humid air. Jamie's sigh was a whisper of wind through leaves. Rainy night like last. I was 28, biking home from a gallery opening. Buzzed on cheap wine, invincible. Driver ran the light. Didn't even stop. Her voice cracked, fingers tightening. Woke up in the hospital. Legs gone numb forever. Mom cried for weeks. Dad. He just stared like I'd broken something he built. Alex's throat burned, tears pricking hot. She slid from the booth, kneeling beside the chair, arms wrapping Jamie's waist. I'm so sorry. But look at you now, designing worlds, stealing my heart. You're unbreakable. Jamie's hand cupped Alex's cheek, thumb brushing a stray tear. And you're my anchor. But Alex, sometimes I see the way you scan paths ahead, like you're scouting for landmines. It kills me. The confession hung raw and electric. Alex rose, pulling Jamie into a fierce hug over the table, ignoring the curious stares. Then we'll blow up the mines together. Promise. They ate in charged silence after, flavors bursting brighter against the ache. Back on the street, the sun broke through fully, gilding the sidewalks gold. Jamie tilted her face up, eyes closing in bliss. Race you to the park? Alex grinned, pushing faster, wind whipping their hair. Laughter trailed them like confetti, but beneath it, the fracture lines deepened. Love's fierce grip against the world's unyielding edges. That evening, as twilight bled purple across the skyline, Alex's phone shattered the idyll. Editor's voice, gravel rough. Harper, emergency shift. Politicians aid, just leak dirt. Sex scandal, hush money. Front page or bust. Be here in 30. Jamie's face fell as Alex explained, the apology tasting bitter on her tongue. Go. Slay. I'll be here, sketching your victory. The kiss goodbye lingered, desperate, Jamie's nails digging crescents into Alex's back. Come back to me soon. The subway blurred past, Alex's mind a whirlwind. Headlines clashing with Jamie's haunted eyes. At the newsroom, fluorescents buzzed like angry hornets, keyboards clattering in frantic symphony. She dove in, words flowing like blood from a fresh cut. Power abused, secrets buried in brown envelopes. Hours bled into midnight, coffee turning to sludge in her veins. Emerging at dawn, body aching, Alex hailed a cab, the city a smudged watercolor. Her phone held one text from Jamie. Miss your chaos. Doors unlocked. Red heart, exhaustion warred with longing. But as the cab pulled up to the brownstone, hope flickered, a pilot light in the dark. She slipped inside, the loft dim and still, Jamie asleep on the bed, sketchpad clutched like a talisman. Alex stripped quietly, sliding under the covers, body curving to Jamie's. The wheelchair loomed in the corner, a quiet guardian. In sleep, Jamie stirred, murmuring, Alex, and nestled closer, legless but limitless in her pull. Alex buried her face in auburn silk, inhaling lavender and ink. I'm here, she whispered to the dawn. But as sleep claimed her, the doubt echoed. How long could heartbeats outrun the wheels of fate? Weeks blurred into a frantic tapestry, Alex's bylines stacking like cordwood while Jamie's designs bloomed across billboards. Bold queer icons staring down from midtown scaffolds, symbols of defiance in pixelated glory. Their nights wove together in stolen fragments. Jamie's laughter echoing off gallery walls during late openings, Alex's fingers tracing the ink tattoos snaking up Jamie's arms, roses and ravens, thorns pricking her skin like whispered warnings. One crisp October evening, the air sharp with fallen leaves crunching under tires, they ventured to the Brooklyn Museum. Alex pushed Jamie's chair through echoing halls, the rubber wheels whispering over marble like secrets shared in church. Spotlights bathed sculptures in ethereal glow, shadows dancing long and intimate. Jamie's eyes lit, devouring a Basquiat, vibrant scrawls of identity, rage, love. See that? Jamie breathed, nodding at the canvas. It's us. Messy, unbreakable. Her hand found Alex's on the armrest, squeezing with a fierceness that belied her frame. Alex knelt eye level, the cool floor seeping through her jeans. You're my masterpiece. The words hung heavy with truth, but a docent's cough shattered the bubble, polite, but laced with that subtle arch of brow at the chair, the clasped hands. Alex's jaw tightened, a familiar coil in her gut. They pressed on, Jamie sketching thumbnails on her phone, voice bubbling with ideas for a new series. Wheels as wings, freedom in motion. Alex watched, mesmerized, the way Jamie's brow furrowed, lips pursing in concentration, oblivious to the stares. But Alex saw them all, the pitying glances from couples, the averted eyes of families. Each one a splinter under her skin. Dinner followed at a rooftop spot in Dumbo, Manhattan's glitter unfurling below like a promise. Candle flames flickered, casting Jamie's face in golden warmth, her sundress fluttering in the breeze. They shared spring rolls, dipping in peanut sauce that clung sticky to fingers, laughter bubbling over tales of Alex's latest scoop. A whistleblower's tearful confession in a rain-lashed diner. To us, Alex toasted with sparkling water, glasses clinking like wind chimes. Navigating this mad city one curb at a time. Jamie's gaze softened, vulnerable. But what if the curbs win? Last week at the client meet, elevator jammed. Had to wait 20 minutes for maintenance, feeling like a damn exhibit. Her voice cracked, fork scraping plate. You weren't there. I pictured your face, but it wasn't enough. Alex's heart plummeted, the skyline blurring. She reached across, palm cupping Jamie's cheek, thumb tracing the faint scar from the crash, a silvery crescent under her eye. I'm sorry. Work's a beast. But I'm learning, promise. Next pitch, I'm your shadow. The kiss that followed was salt-edged, desperate, tasting of soy and sorrow. Jamie pulled back, eyes searching. Love you, Alex. But I need more than shadows. I need you present, not chasing ghosts. The words landed like a gut punch, stealing breath. Alex nodded, throat tight, the wind whipping cold fingers through her hair. Below, traffic hummed, a river of lights ceaseless. I know, and I'll fight for it. Back home, the loft felt smaller, air thick with unspoken fractures. Jamie wheeled to her desk, screen glowing blue, fingers flying over keys. Alex paced the kitchen, brewing chamomile that steamed, forgiving vapors, the herbal scent curling like an apology. She set the mug down gently, hands lingering on Jamie's shoulders, kneading knots born of tension. Stay, Jamie murmured, leaning back into the touch. Just be. They migrated to the bed, bodies entwining, slow and deliberate. Alex's hands mapping familiar terrain, palms gliding over hips, dipping to the chair's edge where fabric met steel. Jamie arched, gasped soft against Alex's neck, nails raking fire trails down her back. The room filled with their symphony. Sheets rustling like autumn leaves, breaths hitching in tandem, the faint creak of the bed frame protesting passion. After sweat slick and spent, they lay tangled, Jamie's head on Alex's chest, heartbeat a steady drum. Remember our first date? Jamie whispered, fingers tracing lazy circles on skin. That dive bar in the village, karaoke night. You belted wannabe, off-key and fearless. Alex chuckled, the vibration rumbling deep. And you drew me mid-chorus, all wild hair and microphone death grip. Hung it on your fridge like a trophy. Still there. Jamie's voice dipped, wistful. We were fire then. Still are. Just embers need stoking. Alex pressed lips to auburn crown, inhaling shampoo's citrus tang. Consider me your bellows. Sleep came fitful, dreams haunted by stalled elevators, echoing halls. Morning light slanted through blinds, painting stripes across Jamie's sleeping form. Alex slipped out early, leaving a note on the drafting table. Coffee run. Back soon. Love, your dragon slayer. The door clicked shut, a soft finality. The newsroom swallowed her whole that day. Breaking story on a subway derailment, victims' families wailing in lobbies, flashbulbs popping like gunfire. Alex typed fury into prose, words a weapon against chaos. By afternoon, her inbox exploded. Promotion offer, senior investigative role. More hours, more glory. More distance. She texted Jamie. Big news. Dinner out? Celebrating. The reply pinged back swift. Can't. Doctor's appointment ran late, PT hell. Rain check. Guilt twisted like a knife. Alex stared at the screen, thumbs hovering. Miss you. Call later. No response. The silence stretched, heavy as the leather satchel at her feet. Evening found her at a dimly lit pub alone, nursing a stout that foamed bitter on her tongue. The jukebox crooned Old Soul. Etta James' voice like velvet smoke. Alex scrolled Jamie's Instagram. A new sketch posted hours ago. Abstract swirls of blue and gold, captioned waves in still water. Comments flooded. Fans praising the depth, the resilience. One stung. Inspo from a true warrior. Wheelchair life. Warrior. The word chafed, reducing Jamie to symbol over soul. Alex slammed her glass down, foam sloshing. Enough. She paid the tab, hailing a cab through twilight's haze, determination hardening her jaw. The brownstone door yielded to her key, loft dark save for a lamp's amber pool over Jamie's desk. She sat there, chin in hand, staring at the screen. Pixels frozen on an unfinished design, cursor blinking accusation. Couldn't sleep. Alex ventured, shedding her jacket, the zippers rasp loud in the quiet. Jamie turned, eyes shadowed, waiting for the call that never came. No bite, just weary truth. Alex crossed the room, dropping to her haunches, hands on knee rests. Phone died. Battery hell. But I'm here now. She pulled Jamie into an embrace, chair creaking under the shift. And I've got news. Promotion. Means more time eventually, better balance. Jamie's arms wrapped slow, hesitant. Congrats. You deserve it. A pause, breath warm on Alex's ear. But does it mean more nights like this? Me sketching ghosts. The question pierced, clean and cruel. Alex pulled back, searching green depths. No. It means I'm choosing us. Starting tonight. They talked then, raw, unfiltered, words tumbling like rain on tin roofs. Jamie confessed the isolation creeping in, the way able-bodied friends faded post-accident, invitations drying up like old ink. Alex admitted the fear. Failing as partner, lover, the weight of fixing what wasn't broken. Tears fell hot, unchecked, Jamie's fingers dashing them away, smudging mascara like abstract art. Forgive me, Alex whispered, voice cracking. Jamie cupped her face, fierce. Always. But fight with me, not for me. Dawn crept in as they collapsed into bed, bodies spoon tight. Alex's arm draped over Jamie's waist, fingers laced. The city stirred below, garbage trucks groaning, pigeons cooing on sills. In that fragile peace, love pulsed steady, a heartbeat against the wheel's unyielding spin. But across town, shadows gathered. Alex's editor, sensing her distraction, assigned a deep dive. Corruption and accessibility funding. City Hall siphoning grants meant for ramps, elevators, lives like Jamie's. Your ticket to the big leagues, Harper. He barked over speakerphone. Dig deep. No mercy. Alex hung up, stomach churning. The story could shatter barriers or shatter them further. She glanced at Jamie, still asleep, lips curved in dream-soft smile. One truth. Loving her meant risking everything. November's chill bit deep, frosting windows with lace patterns that mimicked Jamie's filigree sketches. The loft transformed into a cocoon of fleece blankets and space heaters humming like contented cats, their world shrinking to take out containers and marathon viewings of the L Word. Laughing at the drama, pausing to debate which couple burned brightest. Alex threw herself into the accessibility exposé with forensic zeal, poring over FOIA docs and coffee-stained stacks, interviewing whistleblowers in shadowy diners where fryers hissed and booths smelled of grease and regret. It's a racket, one ex-official muttered, voice gravel over black coffee. Millions vanish into slush funds. Private jets for the mayor's cronies while ramps crumble. Each revelation fueled her fire, but guilt gnawed. Nights blurred into early mornings, Jamie's texts unanswered amid the ping of incoming leaks. Miss your voice. One read at 2 a.m. heart emoji solitary. Alex fired back apologies, flowers delivered to the door, roses red as Jamie's temper when she finally confronted her. You're a ghost again, Jamie said one stormy evening. Thunder rumbling like distant artillery. Rain lashed the panes, wind howling through cracks. She wheeled to the window, silhouette stark against lightning's flash. This story, it's eating you. Us. Alex set her laptop aside, screen's glow fading like a dying star. The air hung thick, scented with takeout pad thai gone cold. It's bigger than us. If I nail this, real change, funding for PT new ramps citywide. For you, for everyone. Jamie's laugh was sharp, edged with pain. For me? Or to prove you can save the cripple? The word landed like a slap, reclaimed but raw. She spun the chair, facing Alex, eyes blazing. I don't need a savior, Alex. I need my girlfriend. The room spun silent, save the storm's fury. Alex rose slow, crossing the gap, knees hitting the rug beside the chair. You're right. I'm sorry. It's not about saving. It's about fighting the same bastards who clipped your wings. Her hands trembled, finding Jamie's, cold from the draft. But if it's costing us, maybe I walk. Jamie's breath hitched, thunder punctuating the pause. Don't you dare. Just balance the scales. She pulled Alex up into her lap, awkward angle but intimate, chair arms folding back with practiced ease. Their kiss was storm-born, fierce and soaking, tears mingling with rain scent on skin. They made love there on the floor. Jamie transferred with fluid strength, Alex's body a bridge, hands reverent over scars and steel. Gasps echoed off walls, bodies slick with sweat and urgency. The wheelchair tipped nearby like a fallen comrade. Climax crashed like waves, leaving them breathless, entwined, the tempest outside mirroring the one quelled within. Post-story haze brought fragile peace. Alex pulled back from the grind, carving evenings for Jamie. Sunset walks along the promenade, wheels gliding smooth on boardwalk planks, East River glittering like scattered diamonds. They fed each other gelato, pistachio melting sticky on chins, talking dreams. Jamie's gallery show, Alex's book deal on untold queer histories. But cracks spiderwebbed. At a holiday market, fairy lights twinkling like captured stars, a vendor's stall blocked the path. Boxes piled haphazard, no thought to access. Jamie's wheels snagged, jolting her forward, coffee spilling hot across her lap. Shit! The curse tore free raw. Alex dropped to help, blotting with napkins, heart hammering. Onlookers gawked, a mom murmuring to her kid. Careful, sweetie, watch the chair. The word twisted like barbed wire. Jamie waved her off, face flushed. I'm fine. Just over it. But her eyes, glassy distant, betrayed the lie. Homebound, silence festered. Alex brewed cocoa, marshmallows bobbing like buoys. The rich chocolate sent a bomb. Talk to me, she urged, handing the mug, steam curling between them. Jamie sipped, scalding her tongue, wincing. It's the invisibility. People see the chair first, always. Like I'm defined by it. Her voice wavered, mug trembling. And you see me. But sometimes I catch you looking ahead, planning escapes from the hassle. It hurts. Alex's chest caved. Mug set aside with a clink. She knelt again, eternal supplicant. I see you, fierce, brilliant Jamie. The rest? It's fear. Of failing you. Of the world being too damn cruel. Tears welled, hot tracks down cheeks. But I'm in. All in. Jamie's free hand threaded through Alex's hair, tugging gentle. Then show me. Every day. The promise sealed with cocoa-sweet kisses, night unfolding in tender exploration. Alex's lips charting new territories, Jamie's commands whispered husky. Lower. Yes, there. Moans built slow, crescendoing to shared release. Bodies a tangle of limbs and longing. The chair forgotten in the heat. December dawn festive, snow dusting Brooklyn like powdered sugar. They hosted a solstice party. Queer friends crammed into the loft, laughter ricocheting off exposed beams, mulled wine steaming spicy. Jamie held court from her spot by the tree, ornaments glinting handmade. Tiny wheels and hearts in clay. Alex watched, pride swelling, as Jamie bantered with a drag queen about color theory. Sketches passed hand to hand. But midway, Alex's phone vibrated insistent. Editor, voice clipped. Harper leak confirmed. Published tomorrow. But hold, mayor's office threatening suits. Your call. The party noise faded to buzz, wine turning sour in her gut. She slipped to the bedroom, door clicking shut, dialing back. We run it. Truth doesn't bend. Hanging up, she rejoined the fray, but Jamie's eyes narrowed, perceptive. Trouble. Work. But later. Alex forced a smile, clinking glasses with a painter friend, the cheer hollow. Midnight struck, guests trickling out into flurries, coats shedding snowmelt on the rug. Alone, Jamie confronted her, wheelchair parked accusatory. Don't lie. That call, it was the story. Alex deflated, sinking to the couch. Yeah. Drops tomorrow. Could be war. Jamie's face hardened, wheels rolling closer. And us? Collateral. No. Alex surged forward, grasping armrests. This wins freedom for you, for voices like yours. Or it buries us in fallout. Jamie's whisper cut deep. I can't lose you to another headline. The argument erupted, words flying like snowflakes in gale. Alex's passion clashing with Jamie's fear, voices rising over the dying fire's crackle. You're choosing ink over heart. Jamie shouted, tears carving paths. And you're doubting my love. Alex fired back, regret instant. Silence crashed, broken only by sobs, Jamie's shoulders shaking. Alex's hand hovering then dropping. She pulled Jamie close, chair reclining with a whir, bodies collapsing into forgiveness. "I'm scared too," Alex confessed, voice muffled in auburn. "But we face it together." Dawn brought the paper's digital drop. Headlines screaming betrayal, Alex's name bold. Protests brewed by noon, wheels and feet marching City Hall steps. Jamie watched from the window, pride warring worry, her hand in Alex's. "You did this, warrior." But as calls flooded, threats, accolades, the rift lingered, a fault line underfoot. Love's quake imminent. The exposé detonated like fireworks over the harbor, headlines ricocheting from coast to coast. City's access betrayal. Millions stolen from the disabled. Protests swelled, chants echoing through canyons of steel. Ramps now, not tomorrow. Wheelchair users leading the charge, signs thrusting skyward. Alex fielded interview requests in a whirlwind, her face pixelated on CNN, voice steady amid the storm. "This isn't charity. It's rights. Basic human." Jamie watched from the loft, tablet propped on lap, her designs paused mid-render. Pride burned bright, but so did unease. Alex's phone a constant trill, pulling her away to pressers' panels. "You're a hero," Jamie said that night. Over pizza charred at the edges, cheese stretching gooey strings. But her smile didn't reach her eyes. Alex wiped sauce from her chin, the tang lingering. "We are. Your voice in every line. I quoted that rant you had about elevators last month." She leaned across the coffee table, kissing Jamie's knuckles, skin warm and freckled. The gesture thawed something, Jamie's laugh bubbling soft. "Flatterer. But seriously, be careful. Mayor's camp is venomous." Sleep that night was fitful. Bodies pressed close under quilts heavy as lead. Alex dreamed of chases, tires screeching, wheels spinning futile in mud. Waking sweat damp, Jamie's arm a anchor across her waist. "Bad one," Jamie murmured, lips brushing shoulder. "Just echoes." Alex turned, burying in the curve of neck, inhaling sleep musk and lavender. Morning light filtered gray, snow melting to slush outside. The backlash hit midweek. Anonymous emails flooding Alex's inbox, threats scrawled in block caps. "Back off, or your girl's next." Attached a grainy photo, Jamie exiting PT, chair mid-turn vulnerable. Alex's blood iced, slamming the laptop shut, the crack echoing like gunfire. She didn't tell Jamie, not yet. Instead, she doubled down. Shadowing city council meetings, microphone thrust at sweating officials, their lies crumbling under scrutiny. One evening, post-hearing, she met a source in a dimly lit Irish pub. Peat smoke curling from a forgotten pipe, Guinness foaming dark. "Deeper ties," the man rasped, sliding a USB drive across scarred oak. "Mayor's brother, shell company skimming grants." Alex pocketed it, pulse thundering. Victory tasted metallic, but home called louder. The cab ride blurred, holiday lights streaking red and green. Carols tinny from radios. Jamie greeted her at the door, flour dusted from holiday baking. Gingerbread cutouts cooling on racks, cinnamon spice thick in the air. "Surprise. Tried your mom's recipe. Burnt the first batch, but these? Gold." Alex's tension cracked, laughter spilling as she sampled one. Crisp edges yielding to chewy sweet, molasses warming her core. "Heaven. You're magic." They decorated the tree then, ornaments tinkling like chimes, tinsel draping lazy. Jamie directed from her perch, handing baubles. "Higher there by the star." Alex stretched, muscles protesting, the ladder wobbling precarious. A gust from the vent sent tinsel flying, sticking to Jamie's hair like silver crown. "Royalty," Alex teased, plucking it free, fingers lingering to tuck a stray auburn lock. The kiss ignited slow, tree lights haloing them gold. Hands roaming urgent, breath quickening. They tumbled to the rug, carpet fibers rough under knees, Jamie's transfer seamless, legs parting invitation. Alex's mouth trailed fire down collarbone, eliciting moans that drowned the city's hum. Deep throaty, Jamie's hips bucking instinctive. Pleasure built layered, Alex's tongue circling sensitive peaks, fingers delving with knowing rhythm, Jamie's cries peaking sharp. Alex, yes, God. Release shattered them. Waves crashing, bodies quaking in aftershocks, sweat slick and sated. Curled after gingerbread crumbs dusting sheets, Jamie traced Alex's jaw. Whatever's chasing you, let it go tonight. Alex's throat tightened, the USB burning in her pocket like contraband. Trying. But sleep evaded, threats looping in mind's eye. The photo leak came Friday, tabloid splash. Reporter's lover. The human cost? Grainy shot of them at the market. Jamie's spill captured mid-humiliation. Caption sneering. When crusades collide with reality. Phones rang off, friends outraged, strangers spewing vitriol online. Fame whore dates pity case. Jamie saw it first, scrolling news over coffee. Mug shattering on tile, ceramic shards skittering like ice. They used me as ammo. Alex rushed in, barefoot on cold floor, pulling her close amid the mess. I'm calling my editor. Pull the plug if. No. Jamie's voice steel, eyes flint. Finish it. For every chair snagged, every door slammed. She gripped Alex's arms fierce. But after? We retreat. Just us. The vow hung sacred but fractures deepened. Protests peaked weekend. Thousands converging on City Hall. Banners waving. Fund us or fund you out. Alex marched beside Jamie, hand in hand, chants vibrating chest deep. Media swarmed, cameras flashing blinding, mics thrusting like spears. Miss Ellis, thoughts on the personal toll? One shouted. Jamie leaned to the bullhorn, voice amplified clear. Toll? It's fuel. Love doesn't stop at curbs. Cheers erupted, but Alex caught the tremor in her grip. Fear masked as fire. Night fell bloody. Counter-protesters clashed, bottles shattering, fists flying. Amid chaos, a rock sailed, grazing Jamie's shoulder, drawing blood thin. Alex shielded her, adrenaline surging, wheeling them back as sirens wailed approach. Hospital, she barked, cab door slamming. Our lights buzzed, sterile, antiseptic sting in nostrils. Jamie stitched quick, stitches neat black threads. Superficial, the doc droned, but Alex's world tilted, holding Jamie's hand white-knuckled. This ends now. Home, bandages fresh, Jamie curled small. Was it worth it? Alex stroked hair, voice breaking. You are. Always. But dawn brought warrants, searches for sourced docs, Alex's name on subpoenas. The story's beast turned, jaws snapping. They fled to upstate that weekend. Alex's sister's cabin, snow-blanketed pines whispering secrets. Fireplace crackled, logs popping sparks, cocoa mugs steaming on hooks. Jamie sketched by flames, charcoal smudging fingers. Alex reading aloud from dog-eared queer lit. Audre Lorde, words weaving spells of resilience. Nights blurred intimate. Bodies exploring slow under quilts. Alex's hands massaging Jamie's calves. Muscle memory of PT eliciting sighs deep. There. Jamie breathed, arching, pleasure coiling tight. Orgasms rolled gentle, afterglows lingering, and murmured I love yous. The world locked out. But Monday loomed, city calling back. On the drive, radio crackled. Mayor resigns amid scandal. Victory Pyrrhic. Alex glanced at Jamie, profile sharp against passing woods. We did it. Jamie nodded, hand on thigh. Now what? The question echoed unanswered as skyline reappeared. Jagged teeth ready to bite. January's grip tightened. Winds howling off the Atlantic like scorned lovers, blanketing Brooklyn in ice that crunched treacherous underfoot. The scandal's dust settled in indictments and hearings. Alex's promotion secured, senior editor now, desk piled with assignments, but a promise to Jamie. No more all-nighters without warning. She kept it, mostly carving space for Tuesday tacos at the taqueria. Lime zest sharp on tongues, laughter over spilled salsa. Jamie's gallery show loomed, solo exhibit, wheels of wonder, digital prints pulsing with motion. Abstract cityscapes where chairs soared like birds, lovers entwined in fluid grace. Nerves frayed her, sketches reworked till dawn, eyes ringed purple. What if they see pity? She confessed one night, wheelchair by the window, moon silvering chrome. Alex knelt, Chin on knee rest, breath fogging glass. They'll see genius. Your truth. She rose, pulling Jamie to bed, undressing slow, buttons popping soft, fabric whispering to floor. Kisses map scars, Alex's tongue tracing hip bones, dipping lower, Jamie's gasps filling the room like music. High notes cresting, body trembling under skilled touch. Beautiful, Alex murmured against thigh, fingers joining rhythm, drawing cries that shattered quiet. Alex, oh God. Ecstasy faded to whispers, Jamie's head on breast, heartbeat lulling. You're my muse. But tension simmered. At a pre-show dinner with curators, candlelit Italian, pasta twirling on forks, conversation turned probing. Inspiring work, Jamie. How does the experience inform your art? The pause hung loaded. Jamie stiffened, fork clattering. The accident? It's fuel, not filter. Her laugh was brittle, eyes flicking to Alex for anchor. Alex squeezed her hand under tablecloth, nails digging warning to the table. Jamie's vision transcends. That's the story. The evening salvaged, but ride home crackled electric. You handled that, Alex said, cab bumping over potholes. Jamie stared out, city lights streaking. Handled. Like a sideshow. Silence stretched, broken by her sigh, long defeated. Sometimes I hate this body. Hate needing you to handle for me. Alex's heart fractured. Hey, lean on me. It's love, not load. Opening night arrived, gale force, gallery in Chelsea humming. Champagne flutes clinking, heels clicking on polished concrete. Jamie wheeled entrance in emerald gown, auburn pinned elegant. Alex at her side in tailored black, arm looped possessive. Whispers rippled. That's her, the one from the exposé. Crowd swelled, critics nodding at Prince, vibrant, visceral murmurs turning to praise. Revolutionary perspective. Jamie bloomed, voice steady in interviews, hands gesturing fluid. Alex hovered peripheral, pride swelling chest tight. But a photographer's lens lingered too long on the chair, flash popping insistent. Later, amid toasts, a collector sidled close, silver-haired, suit crisp. Stunning. The metaphor, disability as empowerment. Raw. Jamie's smile tightened. Not metaphor. Life. She wheeled away, Alex trailing to a quiet alcove, shadows pooling. Asshole, Alex muttered, fists clenched. Jamie laughed, shaky. Welcome to the circus. But tears brimmed, spilling hot. Why does it always circle back? Chair over canvas. Alex pulled her into shadows, lips sealing sobs. Kiss deepening urgent, hands cupping face, thumbs dashing tears. Because they're blind. I see you, artist, lover, fire. The embrace shifted, bodies pressing close. Alcove shielding as fingers slipped under fabric, strokes teasing promise. Jamie bit lip to stifle moan. Hips rocking subtle, release whispering quick and quiet against Alex's palm. They emerged flushed, composed, night cresting success. Sold pieces, reviews glowing. Home, champagne buzz fading, they celebrated raw. Shower steam rising, water cascading hot over skin. Alex soaping Jamie's back, lather slick, kisses trailing vertebrae. Bed followed, limbs entwining fierce. Jamie's mouth devouring, tongue expert. Alex arching, cry muffled into pillow, waves crashing mutual. February thought tentative, Valentine's dawn pink and promising. Alex planned surprise. Central Park picnic, blankets spread on thawed grass, basket brimming strawberries tart, chocolate melting warm. Jamie arrived wheeled graceful, scarf knotted jaunty, eyes lighting at the setup. You remembered, she breathed, transferring to blanket, legs folding careful. Every detail. Alex fed her a berry juice bursting sweet, lips meeting sticky. They lounged, heads pillowed on laps, clouds scudding lazy. Marry me. The words tumbled unscripted. Ring box from pocket. Simple gold band engraved, moves me. Jamie's breath caught, eyes wide. Alex. Joy ward shock, hand trembling to accept. Yes. God, yes. Kisses exploded, tumbling rolls on blanket, laughter mingling gasps, hands frantic under sweaters, fingers delving bold. Park emptied early, privacy yielding passion. Alex's mouth on breast, Jamie's nails raking back, climaxes sinking under open sky, cries swallowed by wind. But euphoria cracked mid-March. Jamie's doc visit, routine scan revealing nerve flare, pain spiking chronic. PT intensified, sessions leaving her drained, sweat-soaked, cursing through gritted teeth. Fucking body, she snarled post-session, wheeling home alone, Alex tied in deposition. Alex found her curled on couch, ice pack pressed to thigh, eyes distant. Bad day. Worse. Jamie's voice muffled. Nerves misfiring. More meds, maybe surgery. What if it steals more? Alex dropped bags, gathering her close, chair arm yielding, body folding into lap. It won't. We'll adapt. Like always. But fear echoed her own, loss looming, love tested. Nights turned tender care. Alex massaging calves, oil slick and soothing, eliciting winces melting to sighs. Intimacy shifted gentle. Kisses lingering, touches exploratory soft, pleasure drawn slow. Jamie's hand guiding Alex's between thighs, breaths hitching unified, release a quiet bloom. Yet isolation crept. Friends distanced, busy excuses piling. One dinner, a couple's offhand. You two are saints, handling it all. Pity dripped, Jamie excusing early, tears hot in cab. Home confrontation brewed. Saints? We're just surviving. Jamie wheeled furious circles, lamp knocking shadow. And you're pulling away, late calls, distracted eyes. Alex recoiled, words lashing. I'm here. Fighting for us. Therapy funds from the settlement, better chair. Settlements don't hug. Jamie's shout broke, sob-wrenching. I need you, not fixes. The dam burst. Yells cascading, hurts unearthed. Alex's guilt over the photo, Jamie's resentment of dependence. Silence fell shattered. Alex sinking to floor, head in hands. I can't lose you. Jamie wheeled close, hand on crown. Then don't fight alone. Forgiveness bloomed fragile, arms enfolding, tears salting skin. April's rains wept renewal, but storm clouds gathered personal. Alex's ex, a photojournalist flame from college, resurfaced, email innocuous. Congrats on the book deal. Coffee. Jamie saw it, trust fracturing. Old flames die hard? Jealousy sparked argument. Accusations flying, doors slamming echo. It's nothing. Alex protested, but doubt seeded. Reconciliation came raw. Night of truths, bodies bared emotional, then physical. Sex urgent, reclaiming Jamie atop, hips grinding fierce, cries demanding. Mine. Pleasure peaked punishing, bruises blooming tender reminders. Summer teased early but rifts widened, Jamie's pain chronic, Alex's book tour looming. Love teetered, heartbeats racing toward precipice. May unfurled humid, air thick as molasses, city sidewalks steaming post-showers, scents of hot pretzels and exhaust mingling heady. Jamie's pain plateaued with new meds. Pills rattling in orange vials, side effects blurring edges, but her art surged, commissions flooding for Wheels series expansions. Alex's book deal solidified. Unseen Paths, Queerness and Access in America. Manuscript devouring weekends, keyboard clacks a relentless percussion. They navigated tender. Mornings slow, coffee brewing drip by drip. Alex wheeling Jamie to the balcony for sunrise. Sky bruising purple to gold, Hudson winking below. Beautiful, Jamie sighed, head on Alex's shoulder, fingers interlaced warm. You more. Alex kissed temple, inhaling sun-warmed skin. But tours loomed, West Coast swing, panels in San Francisco, signings in LA. 2 weeks max. Then home. Jamie's nod was brave but eyes shadowed. Go conquer. I'll hold the fort. Departure day dawned muggy. Cab idling curbside. Engine purring impatient. Suitcases thumped trunk. Alex lingering in doorway. Arms tight around Jamie. Kiss deep, tasting salt of unsaid fears. Call every night. Love you. Always. Jamie's wave from window, chair silhouette strong, but hand trembled on sill. Tour blurred frenzy. Airports echoing announcements, hotel rooms sterile with mint soaps, crowds clapping thunderous. Alex spoke fire, stories of Jamie woven anonymous. My partner taught me. Love rolls over obstacles. Applause swelled but nights alone ached. Video calls flickering, Jamie's face pixelated, smiles strained. PT kicked ass today. Drew you mid-speech. Pride mixed, missing but distance bred doubt. A panelist's flirt, casual arm touch, laugh lingering. Alex rebuffed but guilt gnawed, texting Jamie blurry photos of murals. Wish you here. Mid-tour crisis. Jamie's call at 3 a.m. Pacific, voice quavering. Pain spiked. Ended up in our dehydration flare. Stupid but needed you. Alex's heart seized. Hotel clock ticking, accusation. I'm booking red eye. Home tomorrow. No finish. I'm okay now. Just talk me through it. Jamie's plea cracked, breaths ragged. They did hours online, Alex's voice anchor. Breathe with me and out. Remember that night in the park? Your proposal, yes, echoing. Laughter bubbled weak, tears shared silent. Dawn broke for Alex, sun slanting, hotel blinds, promise forged. Cutting short. See you soon. Return flight, turbulence mirrored gut. Landing jolting. Cab raced through twilight, skyline welcoming sharp. Loft door flew open, Jamie wheeling fast. Collision of bodies, hug crushing, sobs muffled in hair. Missed you. Too much. Never again without you. Alex's vow fierce, bags abandoned. Hands framing, face for kiss devouring, hungry homecoming. They stripped en route to bed, clothes shedding like skins. Alex's mouth urgent on neck, Jamie's fingers clawing shirt, gasps escalating. Bed claimed them, love-making reclamation. Positions shifting fluid. Jamie directing with husky commands. Deeper yes. Bodies sinking slick. Climaxes crashing dual. Cries blending ecstatic. Healing wove slow summer. Book revisions collaborative, Jamie illustrating covers, wheels stylized as halos. They traveled mini, train to the Hamptons, beaches wheel-friendly, waves lapping foam, sand gritty under palms. Evenings bonfire lit, marshmallows toasting, golden stories swapped. Childhoods in Jersey suburbs, first crushes on tomboy neighbors. But autumn whispered change. Jamie's doc greenlit experimental therapy. Stem cells, risky promise. Could walk again. Or nothing. Her voice steady but eyes storm-tossed. Alex's hand covered hers. Clinic waiting room humming fluorescent. Whatever. I'm yours, wheels or wings. Therapy grind brutal. Sessions leaving Jamie limp. Ice bath steaming. Alex's massages deep tissue. Eliciting groans of relief pain. Intimacy adapted. Nights of oral worship. Alex's tongue patient. Drawing whimpers prolonged. Jamie's release shuddering grateful. October circled back, anniversary marking a year. Candlelit dinner at their Thai spot. Spring rolls crisp, memories toasting. To moving hearts. Alex clinked, ring glinting. Jamie leaned close, eyes luminous. And souls. Winter loomed gentle but test results drop bomb. Therapy viable, gains tentative. First steps aided, braces clanking like chains. Jamie's tears flowed free, joy laced terror. What if I change? Us. Alex cupped chin, thumb stroking. Love evolves. Always has. Rehab montage unfolded cinematic. Gym mirrors reflecting sweat-slick determination. Alex spotting parallel bars. Cheers for each wobble stand. Home celebrations intimate. Jamie upright, crutches discarded brief. Bodies vertical passionate. Standing kiss escalating, wall pressed. Legs wrapping, one borrowed strength. Thrusts urgent, moans echoing triumph. But epiphany struck quiet December eve. Snow blanketing Central Park. Benches iced. Paths cleared diligent. Jamie wheeled slow, Alex beside, breath clouds mingling. Truth? I don't need legs. You move me enough. Alex halted, tears freezing cheeks. And you my everything. They proposed redux. Rings exchanged under lamppost glow. Vows whispered windsoft. In wheels or walks forever. Years blurred montage. Wedding spring. Vows under cherry blossoms. Jamie wheeling aisle radiant. Alex tear-blinded. Life layered. Jamie's TED Talk viral. Mobility of the heart. Alex's book bestseller, proceeds funding access grants. Challenges came. Flares, stares, society's grind, but love anchored, nights of tangled limbs, laughs over wine, touches reverent. On their 5th anniversary balcony dawn, Jamie, still wheeled but heart unbound, turned to Alex, hand on swell of belly, their chosen path, surrogacy miracle. We made a family. Alex kiss growing curve, then lips. Because you moved me. Every day. The city stirred below, alive with promise. Loves will turning eternal, hearts unstillable.